session, what we discussed? TCL commands, commit, rollback, and save point we have seen. After that, we discussed about this truncate and rename. In previous session, we discussed these 5 commands. So now you know very clearly about create, drop, flashback, purge, truncate, rename, select, insert, update, delete, commit, rollback, save point, 13 commands, In today's session, I want to cover next command, alter. With this, these 14 commands will be finished. Remaining 4 commands, I cover later. These remaining 4 commands at the end of module 1, I cover this remaining 4 commands. So today, I want to finish this first chapter, major chapter, SQL commands. From the beginning of our course to till now, what we are discussing means these things only, commands only. Basic thing, very, very, very important. So I'm starting the session with alter command. So with this commands topic will be finished. After alter, I cover some important interview question. What is the difference between truncate and delete? This I cover. So with this SQL commands topic will be finished. And the next chapter name is functions. Functions we discuss. So when you are learning SQL, first you have to learn ready-made commands, then learn ready-made functions, then learn ready-made classes. So tomorrow, if you want to learn SQL Server SQL, first learn commands, then functions, then classes. If you want to learn MySQL SQL, first learn commands, then functions, then classes like this. Okay. So I'm starting the session with the alter command. Pay attention, listen carefully. Alter. You already know alter general meaning is alter means change. Alter general meaning is change. Okay. So altering bike means what? Already bike existed. In the existing bike, you are making some structural changes. You're putting short handle. Okay. You're putting some extra lights like that. Altering bike, altering building. Altering means what? In the existing one, we are making some structural changes. That's the general meaning. So alter means change. Here what we are changing? To change the structure of table. To change the structure of table, we use alter command. Understand this point? For example, here one table is there, employee. It has columns like employee ID, e-name, salary. This is the existing table. It has 3 columns. It is existing table now. Now my requirement is I want to add one new column. I want to add one new column, date of joining. His date of joining, this column I want to add, sir. When he joined, I want to maintain here. Date of joining, I want to maintain here. This is my requirement. So to add the column, we use alter command. Once again, I'm telling. This employee table has, as of now, 3 columns. Okay. Now, client is asking that in this table, he wants to maintain date of joining also. So that is why I am adding one more column here, Devo chain. So in the existing table, if we want to add a new column, then use the command alter. Using alter command, I am changing structure of the table. Observe. Previously 3 columns were there. Now table has 4 columns. To add the columns, we use alter. So using alter command, we can add columns. Using alter command, we can add columns. This is first purpose. Second purpose. Observe, sir, here third column name is SAL. Third column name is SAL. I want to rename this column as salary. To rename the column, we use alter command. So using alter command, we can rename the columns. We can change the column names. Okay, permanently we can change. Column alias is temporary. This renaming column is permanent. SAL name gone. New name is salary now. To rename the column, use alter. Next one. Suppose I don't want a date of joining column. I want to drop this column. Now table has 4 columns. I want to drop this 4th column. So to drop the columns also, we use alter command. Using alter command, we can drop the columns. Next one. Listen carefully. When I created this table, I declared this column as varchar 2 of 10. Varchar 2 of 10. There are some employee names are there. Okay, 2 employees newly joined. 2 employees newly joined. In their names are having more than 10 characters. 2 employees newly joined. Their names are having more than 10 characters. E-name column cannot accept more than 10 characters. So I want to increase this field size from 10 to 20. To modify the field size, we use alter command. Using alter command, we can modify field size. Next, last purpose I'm telling. When I created this table, this employee ID column, I declared as number of 4. I declared this column as number of 4 because I thought to maintain like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5 like this. So 4-digit employee ID I want to maintain. That is why I declared as number of 4. But after creating this table, client told that client does not want to maintain employee IDs like this. He wants to prefix employee ID with branch code also like this. HYD. HYD 1, 2, 3, 4. With this, they can identify that employee working in Hyderabad branch. Okay, BLR 1, 2, 3, 5. This employee working in Bangalore branch like this. Like this client wants to maintain. Okay, MUM 1, 2, 3, 6. So like this client wants to maintain employee IDs. But when I created this table, I thought to maintain like this number of 4. Now client is telling that he wants to maintain like this. Number data type does not accept letters. If we want to accept alphanumerics, definitely we have to go for character related. So these are fixed length characters. To hold fixed length characters. Which data type we use, sir? Okay, to hold fixed length characters. Which data type we use, sir? Yeah, care of 7. That's it. That's it, sir. So this is modifying data type. Previously, data type was number. I'm modifying that data type as character. So these are the 5 purposes. Not only these 5 purposes, many purposes are there. As of now, this much knowledge is enough. In SQL command chapter, as of now, this much knowledge is enough. Related to constraints, some more purposes are there. In constraints chapter, I covered them. Related to other database objects, some more purposes are there. In other database objects chapter, I cover them. As of now, these 5 purposes knowledge enough for you. So if anyone is asking what is the purpose of alter command, tell like this. Alter command is used to change structure of table. Using this, we can add the columns. We can rename the columns. We can drop the columns. We can modify the sizes and we can modify the data types. This is the purpose, sir. Now, tell me, sir, what is the purpose of alter command? Huh? Huh? To change the structure of table, we are using it. Using alter command. What are the possibilities are there? What is first purpose, sir? We can add the columns. Second purpose, we can rename the columns. Okay, third one, we can drop the columns. Next one, modify the field sizes. Modify the field sizes. Next one, modify the data types. That's it, sir. Good, very good. That's it. These are the 5 purposes of alter command. These 5 only. Now we need to learn practically. If you know these 5 points practically, we know alter command. That's it, sir. So for this, we have to follow some syntax. What is the syntax of alter? Observe here. Syntax. Syntax of alter. Write like this. Alter. Which database object you want to alter? Table or view? Which database object you want to alter? Tell that one. Okay, table. So write table. Alter. Which database object? Table. Which table? Many tables are there in the database. In the database, many tables are there. Okay, which table? Give the table name. This is common. For all these 5 purposes, this is common, sir. For all these 5 purposes, this is common. Alter table, table name. Alter which database object type. Okay. So which table? Table name. This is compulsory. Next. If our requirement is adding columns, write like this. Add. In the parenthesis, give field definitions. Field means what, sir? Column. Column definitions. Column definition means what? Column definition means what? Column definition means what, sir? Column name, data. Column name, data type. To the employee table, if you want to add data of joining column, write like this. Alter table employee. Which column you want to add? Data of joining. Which data type? Data type. So field definition means what, sir? Field name, data type. Is this point clear, sir? Okay, field definition means column name, data type. Column name, data type. Okay, multiple columns also you can define. Separate them using comma. Comma. I want to add gender column also. Gender char like this. Comma. I want to add mail ID also. Mail ID. Varchar 2 of 30 like this. So this is the way of adding multiple columns. Column definitions I am giving. That's it, sir. Column definition means column name, data type. Column name, data type. Column name, data type. That's it. So this is the way of adding new columns. If we want to rename the columns, alter table, table name is common, sir. Based on our requirement, keyword will be changed. This is common. Based on our requirement, keyword will be changed. To add the columns, use add keyword. Then give which columns you want to add. Give those field definitions. Column name, data type, column name, data type, like this. Next, for renaming the columns, write like this. Alter table, table name. Rename column, rename column. Whenever we are renaming, 2 things are required. What was the old name? 2. What is the new name you want? Okay. How can we rename the table? Use rename command. Use rename command. How can we rename the column? How can we rename the column? Use alter. Remember this. To rename the table, which command we are using? Rename. To rename the column, which command we are using? Alter. Remember this. Some students unnecessarily they get confused in these 2 points. Interviewers ask like this. How can you rename the table? Using rename command, it is possible. How can we rename the column? Using alter command, it is possible. For renaming table, rename. For renaming column, alter. Next. Next one. If our requirement is dropping the column, 2 ways are there. First way, alter table, table name. Drop column, give the column name. Drop column, column name. Okay, or you can also write like this. Drop, drop. Which columns you want to drop? Give that columns list. Give fields list. So what's the difference between drop column and drop? Using drop column, the syntax is very clear. We can drop one column only, field name, one name you are specifying. Using drop, you can drop multiple columns also. You can drop one column or multiple columns. Multiple column names you are specify. You can specify here. This is the difference. Using drop column, we can drop one column only. I'm using singular here, field name. I'm not telling that field names or fields listed like that. Syntax is very clear. Field name, we can drop one column only using drop column. Using drop, we can drop one column or we can also drop multiple columns also. That's the difference. Next, to modify the data types or field sizes, use modify keyword. Modify. Then in the parenthesis, give field definitions. Give new field definitions. Field definition means column name, data type. Column name, data type. Field definition means column name, its data type. Okay. So just to remember this syntax, follow it, sir. Observe here. If our requirement is adding columns, write like this. Alter table. In which table you want to add? Table name. Add. Which columns you want to add? That new column name, data type, comma. Another column name, data type, comma. Column name, data type, like this. For renaming column, alter table, table name. Rename column. What was the old name? To. Which new name you want? If you want to drop one column, write like this. Alter table, table name. Drop column, column name. If you want to drop multiple columns, write like this. Alter table, table name, drop. Give that columns list. Okay, modify. If you want to modify data type or field size, alter table, table name, modify. Okay, give that existing field name. So give new size or new type. Column name, give new data type or new size. That's it. Just remember this syntax, follow it. And using add keyword is optional in alter. If your requirement is renaming column, no need to use add. If your requirement is dropping columns, no need to use add. No need to use add like this. So add is optional. Renaming column is optional. Dropping column optional. All these are not mandatory to use alter command. Based on our requirement, we use the keyword here. Just remember this syntax, follow it. Remember this syntax with understanding, then follow it. So this is the key point for alter. Okay, just remember this syntax, follow it. Next. Now, see one example on it. See one example on alter. See, sir. So before going to discuss about alter, till here, once again, I'm giving overview. Observe here. So topic name is alter. Alter general meaning is change. What we are changing? We are changing table structure. If we want to change a table structure, we can use alter command. Using alter command, what are the possibilities? We can add the columns, rename the columns, drop the columns, modify field sizes, and modify data types. Okay, for that, we have to follow this syntax. Alter. Okay, which database object? Tell object type, table. Which table? Many tables are there. In which table you want to change the structure? Table name. To add the columns, use add keyword. Give new field definitions. To rename column, old name to new name. To drop one column, drop column. To drop multiple columns, drop. To modify data types or field sizes, modify existing column name, new size or new data. That's it. Just remember that syntax, follow it. Now, did you get some idea, sir? What is the purpose of alter? Did you get some idea? I'm explaining one example. Okay, in this one example, I cover all five purposes. Okay, see here. First, create one table like this. Student. Table name is student. Create with two columns. Student ID and student name. First, I'm giving overview on example, sir. Understand? First, create table with two columns. Now, table has two columns now. So this is existing table. Now, my requirement is I want to maintain subject one marks. For that, I'm adding one column M1. Now, table has three columns now. Okay. So, initially, table was having two columns. Using alter command, I added one column here. Now, table has three columns. Structure changed or not? To check that, I use describe command frequently for this example. Describe table name student. Now table has three columns now. Okay. Now my requirement is I want to add two more columns. M2 column and M3 column. So first I'm adding one column. Next I'm adding two columns. So with this we can understand how to add one column, how to add multiple columns. Now table has five columns now. Next, this last column name is M3. I'm renaming this as maths. This is renaming column. Second purpose. Next, third one. I want to drop this mass column, dropping one column. Then I want to drop M1 and M2, dropping multiple columns. Third purpose. Next, fourth one. Okay, this SNAME column size is 10 now. To new students joined, their names are having more than 10 characters. As of now, it is not accepting. So I want to increase size from 10 to 20. Modifying field size. Next, SID. SID, when I created this table, I thought to maintain student IDs like this. But client told that he wants to prefix with branch code like this. He wants to prefix student ID with branch code. In which branch he is studying, they want to understand. So that is why they want to prefix with branch code also. So I declared this column as number type because I thought to maintain 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. But client told that he wants to prefix with branch code HYD, BLR like that. So to hold alphanumerics, use character related data type, fixed length characters, care of. So that's it. Okay. So this is overview on example. Okay. So this one only I'm explaining now. Okay. So see here. Okay. So please help me to write these queries because of I'm getting less response from you. I'm not asking many questions to you. Directly I'm explaining. Saturday also directly explained. Today also directly explained the concept. I'm not asking much questions because you are not giving response. If you're not giving response, I am getting irritating. Okay, I'm losing my interest. So that is why my request to all is please help me to write these queries. Okay. Uh, Tell me now, I want to create this table SID column, I want to maintain student IDs like this. So declare this as number of 4. Number of 4. Sname, variable length characters. So declare this as varchar 2 of 10. This table I want to create now. Tell me, sir, how to create this table? Uh, uh, Opening parenthesis, first column name. SID, number of 4, comma. Second column name. Sname, varchar 2 of 10. Bracket close, semicolon. So with this, what is the output we get, sir? Table created. Where table created in the instance or in the database? The database. Because create is auto commit command. In the server, in the database, table created permanently. Okay. Now I want to see the table structure, sir. How to see the table structure? Describe, student. Okay. It gives output as column name and its data type. First column name SID, data type is number of 4. Second column name is SName, data type is varchar 2 of 10. This is the output we get. As of now, table has 2 columns. Observe that. My requirement is I want to add M1 column. I want to add M1 column. This is my requirement. I want to add M1 column, sir. So in which table we want to add the column, sir? Student. Okay, what is the new column name? M1. University is conducting 100 marks paper. So data type is number of 3. Number of 3. Maximum up to 100 we want to store. So number of 3. So column name M1, data type is number of 3. What we need to write now? Observe the syntax here. If our requirement is adding column, use add keyword. Remember this. Alter table. In which table we want to add? Student. To add the column, use the keyword add. What is the new column name? M1. What is its data type? Number of 3. Write this one only. That's it. Tell me now what we need to write, sir, to add M1 column. What we need to write? Alter table student. To add the column, which keyword we have to use? Add. Okay. What is the new column name? M1. Data type? Number of 3. Okay. Please confirm, sir, how many columns we are adding here? 1 column. To add 1 column, brackets are not required. To add 1 column, brackets are not required. It works perfectly. To add multiple columns, brackets are compulsory. To add multiple columns, parentheses are compulsory. To add 1 column, brackets are not required. Even if you write brackets, nothing wrong, sir. Even if you write brackets here, nothing wrong. For adding 1 column, brackets are not required. That is why I'm not writing. But to add multiple columns, brackets are compulsory. Brackets are compulsory to add multiple columns. Remember this. Okay. So it gives output as table altered. Table altered. This output we get. Table altered or not, I want to check now. So M1 column is added. Now table has 3 columns now. So to see the table structure, right? Describe student. See here. So now M1 column added here. That M1 column data type is number of 3. So before this alter command, table was having 2 columns. After alter command, table has 3 columns. One more column added here. So this is the way of adding 1 column. Next, adding multiple columns. See, add M2 column and M3 column. Marks of subject 2, marks of subject 3. 2 columns I want to add now. Same, sir. Just we have to write column definitions in the brackets. Tell me now what we need to write. Add. Now brackets compulsory or not? Yes, brackets are compulsory because we want to add multiple columns. Give the column definitions. First column name, data type, number of 3, comma. Next column name, M3, data type, number of 3. That's it. So this is the way of adding multiple columns. So if we submit command like this, we get output as table altered. Altered or not, to check that, right? Describe student. Here M2 column added and M3 column also added. Now table has 5 columns, sir. Okay, notice here, what is the last column name? M3. I want to rename this as maths. This last column, M3 column, I want to rename as maths now. So whenever we want to rename the column, write like this. Alter table. In which table? Student. Rename column, rename column. To rename the column, right? Rename column. What was the old name? M3. What's the new name? Mass. M3 to mass. That's it, sir. Simple. I'm following this syntax only. Just remember the syntax, follow it. So rename M3 as maths. This is our requirement. Tell me, sir, what we need to write? Which keyword we have to use? Rename column. What was the old name? M3 to new name? Maths. Okay. So like this, we can rename the column. Okay. We get output as table altered. Okay. Now, this last column name is not M3 now. Last column name is maths. Yeah. Maths. So this is the way of renaming column. Previously, this third last column name was M3. We renamed this as maths. So this is about renaming column. This is renaming column. Next. Next one. Listen. So some students ask like this, sir, here you are renaming one column. Okay. Can we rename multiple columns, sir? Can we rename multiple columns at a time? Can we rename multiple columns? Can we rename multiple columns at a time? Answer is no. They're not providing this feature. No, not possible. We can rename only one column at a time. We can rename only one column at a time. We cannot rename multiple columns. Okay, they're not providing this feature. Okay, why? Because this renaming column is not a frequent operation. Okay, actually, this altering table is not a frequent operation. DDL actions are not frequent operations. These are rare operations. Okay, frequently we will not rename the column. That is why they didn't focus on that feature. These are the rare operation. Very rarely we rename the columns. So that is why they didn't focus on that feature. So at a time we can rename only one column. We cannot rename multiple columns. Okay, next. Now my requirement is I want to drop maths column now. Okay, drop maths column. Maths column. Okay, observe the syntax. Okay, alter table, table name. Alter table, table name. Student. Student. Okay, drop column. Which column we want to drop? Maths. Right, like this. Alter table student, drop column maths. Okay, or you can also write like this. Alter table student, drop. When we are using drop, brackets are compulsory. In the brackets, specify the column name maths. Like this also you can drop. Using drop column, you can drop maths column. Using drop also, you can drop. The difference between drop column and drop is using drop column, we can drop one column only. Using drop, we can drop one column or we can also drop multiple columns also. That's the difference. Okay, now I want to drop mass column now. I want to use drop column keyword. Tell me, sir, what we need to write now? Uh, 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 drop column, maths, maths. Or you can also write like this. Alter table, student, drop. When we are using drop, okay, when we are using drop, brackets are compulsory, sir. When we are using drop, brackets are mandatory. Which column you want to drop? Maths. That's it. So with this, we get output as table altered. Okay, we get output as table altered. Table altered or not to check that, right? Describe student. Now there is no maths column. Maths column dropped here. Now table has only 4 columns. Next one. I want to drop M1 and M2 columns now. Drop M1 and M2 columns. Okay, this is my requirement. I want to drop M1 and M2 columns. I want to drop M1 and M2 columns. To drop multiple columns, can we use drop columns, sir? To drop multiple columns, can we use drop column? No. Definitely we have to use what now? Drop. Drop only. Drop. Which columns we want to drop? M1 comma M2. Right in the brackets. Brackets are compulsory to use drop. That's it. To drop M1 and M2 columns. What we are writing, sir? M1 comma M2. Okay, we get output as table altered. Now, table is having two columns only. M1, M2 drop now. Note. Using drop column, we can drop one column only. Using drop keyword, we can drop one or multiple columns. This is our requirement. And this is the difference between drop column and drop. Okay, next. Next one. Okay, observe, sir, as of now, S name column size is 10. Observe. Assume that today, two new students joined in the college. Their names are having more than 10 characters. As of now, its size is 10. Maximum it can accept 10 characters only. It cannot accept more than 10 characters. I want to modify this field size from 10 to 20. This is my requirement. So modify field size. Okay. So modify S name field size from 10 to 20. This is my requirement. Okay. Write like this. Follow the syntax. Alter table name student. Modify. Which column definition you want to modify? Tell that one. Okay. S name, column name. Field definition means column name, data type. What is the data type? Varchar 2. What is the new size you want to give? 20. That's it. Simple, sir. Field definition means column name, data type. That's it. Okay. We are modifying one column. To modify one column, brackets are not required. To modify multiple column definitions, brackets are compulsory. So I'm modifying one column, brackets are not required. Now, what we are writing, sir? Alter table student, modify. Which column definition? S name, data type, varchar 2, new size 20. Okay, so we get output as table altered. Now we get output as table altered. Table altered or not, to check that, right? Describe student. Now this new size is 20 here. 20. Next, last one, last purpose. So when we created this table, we thought to maintain student IDs like this. Now client wants to prefix it with branch code also like this. Delhi 1234, Bangalore 1235, like this. Like this client wants to maintain. So to hold alphanumerics, we have to use character related. These are fixed length characters. So that is why this number data type we are changing as char of 7. Modifying data type. So modify SID data type as char of 7. This is our requirement. How to modify? Right like this. Alter table name student. Modify. Which column definition? SID. Give new data type. New data type is what? Char of 7. That's it. Okay. In previous example, S name, existing column name, existing data type. Only size we changed there. Only size we changed. Existing column name, existing data type. Only size we changed there. Now, existing column name, complete data type I'm changing. Char of 7. Like this. So to modify the data type or field size, we use modify only. So write like this. Alter table student. What we need to write, sir? Huh? Give the response, sir. Give the response, please. Okay. Be active, be focused. Okay. Completely be focused on subject, sir. What I'm going to do, we have to predict that, speak that, predict that, speak that. You should be active, sir. You should have enthusiasm. Okay. So why I'm telling first time here? Why I'm showing the syntax every time? Why I'm telling table name student? Okay, right. Use modify keyword. Why I'm explaining like this, sir? Second time I'm expecting response, sir. Okay, speak something in the classroom. Otherwise, you will not get the subject, sir. Tell me now what we have tried. I want to modify SID field size as char of 7. Tell me, sir, what we have tried. Uh, Modify SID char of 7. Okay, so we get output as table altered. Altered or not to check that, right? Describe student. So, right, char of. So it gives output as char of 7. Previously, it was number of 4. Now it is modified as char of 7. That's it, sir. Okay, these only. Whatever in the notes, every point very clearly typed, sir. One example I have taken. All 5 purposes covered here. Okay, now one more time. We are writing same queries. I'm showing whatever we discussed till now, those only I'm showing practically. Okay, log in as our batch user. Okay, if anyone is not understanding, please you have to focus more and more on user. Just I created table, existing table. I'm adding column. I'm adding one column. I'm adding two columns. Okay, I'm renaming column like this. Okay, very, very easy, sir. If anyone is not understanding, you have to focus more and more on you. Those who have common sense, they can understand. Dropping one column, dropping multiple columns, changing size, like that. Okay. I'm not developing any logics here. I'm not developing any programs here. Just I'm following the syntax. Syntaxes are the key points. Remember the syntax, follow it. Is the key point, sir. Remember it, follow it. Ah. Now, I am creating student table here with two columns. Just I'm copying this very. Okay. Table created, observe. Okay. I want to see the table structure now. How to see the table structure, sir? Describe student. Now, table has two columns, observe. Just a minute. Let me set line size as 30. Okay. Describe student. Now, table has two columns, observe. Yes, it is. Now, my requirement is I want to add M1 column. All of you involved in the class, tell me quickly. How to add M1 column, sir? Uh, which keyword? Add column name, data type, number of 3. Okay. Number of 3. Maximum marks are 100, sir. Up to 100, I want to accept. 100 means how many digits are there? 3 digits. So, number of 3. Okay. M1 column added. Okay. Column added or not? To check that. Describe student. Now, table has 3 columns. Observe, sir. Before alter command, table was having 2 columns. After alter command, now table has 3 columns. One more column is added. So this is a way of adding one column. Now my requirement is I want to add M2 column and M3 column. 2 columns I want to add now. What we need to write? Add. M2, number of 3, comma, M3, number of 3, bracket close, semicolon. See, sir, 2 columns are added. Added or not to check that, right? Describe student. See here, 2 columns are added. Now table has 5 columns, observe. Okay, see the last column name M3. Last column name M3, I want to rename as maths now. This is my requirement. So rename M3 as maths. What we need to write? Rename column, old name M3. 2, new name maths. Column renamed now. Renamed or not, check that. Describe student. Last column name maths, observe sir. Renamed. M3 renamed as maths. M3 name gone. New column name is maths. Next, this maths column I want to drop now. Drop maths column. How to drop? Alter table student. Drop column. Which column we want to drop? Maths. That's it. Maths column dropped. Check the table structure. Describe student. Now table has 4 columns only. Observe. Maths column dropped, sir. Next, drop M1 and M2 columns. Drop M1 and M2. To drop multiple columns, definitely we have to use drop keyword now. What we have to write? Drop M1 comma M2. That's it. Okay. Yeah. Just a minute. Okay. Alter typing mistake is there. Alter table student drop M1 comma M2. Multiple columns drop. Dropped or not, check here. There are no M1 and M2 observe. Now again table is having 2 columns only. Initially table was having 2 columns. Now again table is having 2 columns only. Notice here S name field size is 10. I want to modify this size from 10 to 20. This is my requirement. How to modify the field size? Student, modify S name varchar 2 of 20. 20. We are modifying one column only. So brackets are not required. To modify multiple columns, brackets are compulsory. Here we are modifying one column. So that is when I'm not in brackets here. So modified. Modified or not, to check that. See here. S name field size previously 10. Now it is modified as 20. 20. So this is the way of modifying field size. Interviewers ask like this. Okay, can we decrease field size? Okay, can we decrease field size? What is the answer, sir? Yes, we can decrease. Okay, can we decrease the field size? Okay, yes. If you give yes answer, then immediately he may give one query to you, one example to you. Create one table like this and modify the size like this. They may give you example like this. Okay, for example, here SID table is there. Sorry, student table is there. It has data like this: 1001 Raju. Okay, 1002 Ramesh. Like this data is there. Okay, now he gives question like this. Okay, let me insert 2 more records: 1003 Shravan, 1004 Kiran, 1005 Sai. So this is the table data. The question is, okay, can we decrease the field size? Then you told yes. Then he give one table like this. Okay. Then he asked like this: decrease size of S name up to 4. Up to 4. Okay. Then you write like this: alter table name, student. Okay. Modify. Which column definition? S name. Varchar 2 of 4 you give. Now it gives output as error. Error it gives. Error it gives. Okay, you told yes, but it's not decreasing field size now. Okay, the perfect answer is, so we can decrease the field size up to maximum string length in the column. We cannot decrease up to 4 here. If we decrease up to 4, for our benefit only, it is giving error here. For our benefit only, it is giving error. If it is decreased up to 4 here, okay, you lose some data or not? Ramesh, 4 characters, RAME. SH data you will lose, sir. You lose some data here. In Shravan, AN you data you lose now. Okay, in Kiran, N data you lose now. So that is why we cannot decrease up to 4. This is interview question. Can we decrease the field size? If anyone is asking like this, possibility is there, but we can decrease up to maximum string length in the column. Now you tell me in the S name, what is the maximum string length? 6. Ramesh string length is 6. And Shravan string length is also 6. Okay, so Raju string length 4. Kiran string length 5. Sai string length 3. Maximum string length is 6. So we can decrease up to 6. If I write 6, we get output as table altered. If I give 4 here, it gives error. So can we decrease field size? Means yes, but we can decrease up to maximum string length in column. If that is character related. Okay. So if anyone is asking, can we decrease field size? Means say yes, but we can decrease up to maximum string length in the column. Okay. If you want to check here. See here. Suppose I'm writing like this. Alter table student. Modify. Which column definition? S name. Varchar to off. As of now, S name size is 20. I want to decrease up to 15. 15 I am giving. Decreased. So can we decrease the field size? Yes. Working. Describe student. Field size decreased up to 15. So can we decrease the field size? Yes. Let me insert some records here. Insert into student values 1001, 1001 Kiran, okay, 1002 Ramesh. Like this, I'm giving the data. Okay, and I'm saving it. Now I'm trying to decrease the size up to 4 now. Describe student. As of now, S name size is 15. I want to decrease it up to 4 now. Observe here. Alter table student. Student. Okay, to modify the size, modify S name. Varchar 2 of 4 I am giving. 4. Okay, it is in error, sir. Observe. Cannot decrease column length. Cannot decrease column length because some value is too big. Okay, if I decrease up to 15, working. But if I decrease up to 4, error. Because if it is decreasing up to 4 here, okay, you lose this data now. You lose this data now. So that is why it is not decreasing up to 4. So it very clearly it is saying that you cannot decrease column length because some value is too big. Ramesh, big value, bigger than 4. Kiran, bigger than 4. So that is why it is giving error. Suppose I am trying to decrease up to 4. Okay. Suppose I am trying to decrease up to 4 means error. I am trying to decrease up to 6. 6 is the maximum string length. Working now. Observe. So up to maximum string length, we can decrease. So practically you are learning, sir. In S name column, maximum string length is 6. That is why we can decrease up to 6. If I try to decrease up to 4, error. Next. As of now, SID column data type is number. I want to modify this as char of 7. This is my requirement. Now, what we need to write, sir? Alter table student. Modify. Which column definition? SID. What's the new data type? Char of 7. Now, does it modify the data type, sir? Now, does it modify the data type, sir? No. Why? Because to modify the data type, the rule is that to modify the data type, column must be empty. Is the rule. So column must be empty. This modifying data type is not frequent operation, very, very rare operation. So if we want to modify the data type, that column must be empty. That is the rule. As of now, SID column is not empty. Observe. SID column is having data. Observe, sir. It is having data. SID column is not empty now. It is having two values now. That is why we are unable to modify data type. If I try to modify the data type, it is giving error. Observe. Error. Read this error. Column to be modified must be empty to change data type. Very clearly, Oracle is saying column to be modified must be empty. If we want to modify the data type, if we want to change the data type, that column must be empty. For our benefit only, it is giving error. Suppose if it is accepting, suppose assume that SID column as of now number data type. If I modified this as date data type, if Oracle is accepted, is it a mistake or not? Mistake. How a number column, how a date column can have numbers? SID column, I modified as date data type, sir. Now SID is date data type now. If Oracle will not modify, it gives error. For our benefit only, it is giving error. If it is not giving error, if it is modified means it is blunder now. How date column can have numbers against to the rule, against to the data type rules? That is why if we want to modify the data type, column must be empty. That's the rule. For our benefit only, that rule is there. Remember this. So now I'm unable to modify the data type now. As of now, SID number data type. I want to modify this as char of 7. So I'm writing query like this. I'm unable to modify the data type. Because to modify the data type, column must be empty. How to empty the column, you already know. To empty the column, you 01 modify as null. Null means empty or not? Null means empty or not? Empty. Modify this 1002 as null. So to modify the table data, which SQL command we have to use? To modify table data, which SQL command we use? Okay, update. Okay, if anyone is unable to tell this answer means it is better to stay at home, sir. You're not learning anything. If anyone is unable to answer this, please stay at home. Okay, or join in new batch. You're not learning anything in this course. To modify the table data, use update command. To modify the table structure, alter command. To modify table data, update command. DML commands are related to data. DDL commands are related to metadata. Okay, so I want to make SID column empty. To modify the table data, use update. How to write update commands, sir? How to make this SID column as null here? Null. SID column I want to make as empty. Null. How to write? Huh? Update. Which table, sir? Okay. Update table name. ఇంత అవలాగాళ్ళు ఉంటారు ఎవరన్నా update table name set column name equals to new value. Okay, where condition. This is the syntax. Update table name set column name equals to new value where condition. Tell that one only, sir. Is SID column values I want to modify as null. To modify the table data, update. Follow update syntax. What we are write? Update student. Set SID values I want to make as null. What we have tried? Can we write equals to null? Can we write like this? Is it assignment or comparison? Is it null assignment or comparison? For null assignment, can we use equals to? For null assignment, can we use equals to? Yes. Yes. Still some members are getting confusing. What you're learning, boss, focus on you. For null comparison, we use is null. I already told this point very clearly. Is null is used for null comparison. After going to the home, refer the notes and practice. If you don't do that, you cannot follow the course, sir. Please practice previous things. Waste fellows are not answering. Is null is for null comparison. Equals to null means null assignment. For null assignment, we can write like this. For null comparison, we cannot write like that. For null comparison, we use is null. Okay, refer the notes and practice, sir. Every day, your duty is this one. Refer the notes and practice. Otherwise, you cannot continue the course. You cannot understand further sessions. This is every day your duty. To learn any course, this is your duty, sir. Every day you have to do this. Many students, what they do is, they watch us like cinema and they go. Again they come, again they watch us like cinema and they go. After 1 week, if you see what is your previous knowledge means nothing. You wasted 1 week time. That is not learning process, sir. Okay, even Shastras are telling that Sravan and Manan. Sravan means listen carefully. Manan means revise. Okay, even Shastras are telling this one, Sravan and Manan. These are the learning tips, sir. Sravan, listen the class carefully. Whatever I am operating, observe there. Listen carefully. Manan, after going to the home, revise it, revise it, revise it, revise it. Otherwise, you cannot get the subject. Your brain will forget that one. This is learning tip. Sravan and Manan, revise, revise, revise. To get knowledge on any subject, revise it, revise it. First learn, then revise it, revise it. Then you get perfection on it, put it aside. Otherwise, you cannot get the subject, sir. Every day you watch us like cinema and go. With that, you cannot get the subject. After completion of course, okay, your brain cannot remember anything. Practice is very, very important. Without touching laptop, you cannot get the subject, you cannot get the job. Okay, already update command is over. Some of you are unable to tell this means, please be focused, sir. Now, you tell me now. These SID values, I want to modify as null. I want to modify table data, SID column data, I want to modify as null now. Okay, why I'm modifying? Because I'm unable to modify the data type. Here SID data type is number of 4. But client told that he wants to maintain student IDs like this. Number data type does not accept letters. Number data type does not accept letters. My requirement is holding alphanumerics. Okay, so observe here, insert into student values. Okay, 1003. Okay, DLH 1235 I'm giving, or 1236 I am giving. Observe here. I'm sorry. Okay, Raju, like this. Now it is getting error now. It is getting error because number data type does not accept letters. But I want to maintain student IDs like this only. So I need to modify the data type from number to char. So to modify the data type, use alter command. I'm writing like this. Alter table student. To modify the data type, use modify keyword. Which column definition? SID, new data type, care of 7. Error. Because the rule is that if we want to modify the column, that column must be empty. Column to be modified must be empty. As of now, SID column is not empty. It is having some values. Make this as empty now. So modify the table data now. To modify table data, what we have to write, sir? Uh, 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 uh. Well, okay. We want to modify all rows, right? To modify all rows, why, where, sir? Where is not required, right? Okay. Now, to save it, right? Commit. Open and see the table data. Now, SID column empty or not? Modified as null, observe. The column is empty. Now, can we change the data type now? Yes. As of now, SID column number of 4. I want to modify this as char of 7. Tell me, sir, how to write? Uh, modify, alter table name, modify. Which column definition? SID. What's the new data type? Char of 7. Does it modify now? Modified. Modified or not? Check here. Modified. Observe. That's it. So the rule is that if we want to modify the data type, column must be empty. Remember this. To modify the data type, column must be empty. So in this example here, previously SID was number data type. Now SID is character data type. So because of this column is empty, I'm able to modify the data type. So if we want to modify the data type, that column must be empty. That's the rule. For our benefit only, that rule is there. So this is about alter command. Finally, you tell me, sir, if we want to add the columns in the alter command, to add the columns, which keyword we have to use? Add keyword. To rename the columns, which keyword we have to use? Rename column. Rename column. To drop the columns, which keyword we need to use? Drop column or drop. Next, to modify the field sizes, which keyword we need to use? Modify. To modify the data types, which keyword we need to use? Modify. Save. That's it. So this is about alter command. Successfully, we finished alter command. Now you know these 5 purposes practically. Okay. Now you know very clearly about alter, sir. Is it clear about alter? Online students, please confirm. Is it clear about alter? Okay. Now, in the SQL commands, you know all 7 DDL commands. You know DRL select, DML 3 commands we know. Insert, update, delete, TCL all commands we know. Except this insert all and merge, grant and remove, remaining 14 commands you know very clearly now. So successfully we finished SQL commands topic. Now I want to cover one interview question, that is what are the differences between truncate and delete? What are the differences between truncate and delete? So before going to discuss about this, okay, I am asking some questions, test your knowledge. You tell me now. I want to create. So SQL is providing 5 sub languages to us. You already know. Now, what are those 5 sub languages, sir? DDL, DRL, DML, TCL, DCL. DDL stands for data definition, means metadata. It mainly deals with metadata. DRL stands for Data retrievals. It deals with retrievals. DML stands for data manipulation language. It deals with manipulations. TCL stands for transaction control language. It deals with transactions. DCL stands for data control language. It deals with data accessibility. Who can access our table data? Who cannot access? We can control here. Now you tell me now. I want to create. I want to create one new table. I want to create one new table like this: employee, employee ID, e name, salary, like this. I want to create one new table like this, sir. To create new table, which command we need to use? Create command. Okay. Now, I want to insert one record, sir. 1001 ABC 20,000. I want to insert one new record. To insert new record, which SQL command we have to use? Insert. Insert. Okay. When we insert the record, where it will be inserted in the instance or in the database? Instance. Instance means temporary or permanent? Temporary. I want to save it permanently. Which command we need to use? Commit. No, I want to cancel this insertion. I want to cancel the action. To cancel the action, which command we need to use? Rollback. So I want to save this insertion. For this, we use commit. No, I want to cancel this insertion. To cancel the insertion, we use rollback. I want to set particular point for rollback. I want to set particular point for rollback. Which command we have to use? Show point. Show point. Okay. I want to modify. I want to increase 5,000 rupees salary to 1001. I want to modify this as 25,000. To modify table data, which SQL command we have to use? Update. Update. To modify table data, update, sir. Okay, next. Assume that 1001 employee resigned to his job. I want to delete this record. To delete the record, which command we have to use? Delete. Delete. Okay. Now, I want to I want to rename this column, SAL column. I want to rename as salary. Which command we have to use? To rename the column, which command we have to use? Alter or rename? Alter. Alter. I want to rename employee as. I want to rename employee as EMP. To rename the table, which command we have to use? Rename. That's it, sir. Very good. To rename the column, use alter. To rename the table, use rename. Okay. Suppose I want to add one column, sir. I want to add gender column. To add the column, which command we have to use? Alter. To rename the column, alter. To rename the table, rename. Okay. Now suppose I want to delete this column, sir. To delete the column, I want to delete the column. I want to drop the column. To drop the column, which command we have to use? To drop the column. To drop the column, which command we have to use? Alter. Alter. Drop column is keyword, sir. Drop column is not SQL command, sir. To drop the column. To drop the column, which command we have to use? Alter. Okay. Suppose I want to delete entire table. I want to delete entire table. I want to delete entire table. To delete entire table, which command we have to use? To delete entire table. To delete entire table, which command we have to use? Drop. When we drop the table, where it will be moved? When we drop the table, where it will be moved? Recycle bin. From recycle bin, I want to restore the dropped table. Which command we have to use? To delete entire table, which command we have to use? Tell me, madam. Tell me, sir. Tell me. I want to delete entire table. I want to delete entire table. Which command we have to use? డ్రాప్ చెప్పొచ్చు కదా మరే, నిద్ర అవుతుర్రా? Okay, to delete that entire table, which command we have to use? Drop. When we drop the table, where it will be moved? Recycle bin. From recycle bin, I want to restore the table. From recycle bin, I want to restore the table. Which command we have to use? Flashback. If accidentally if we deleted, if you want to restore the table, then use flashback command. No, from recycle bin also I want to delete the table. I want to delete permanently. From recycle bin, if we want to delete the table, which command we have to use? What? Purge command. So these are the, okay. I want to open and see the table data. I want to open and see the table data. To open and see the table data, which SQL command we use? Select. Okay. Now, from the table, I want to delete all rows with good performance. From the table, I want to delete all rows with good performance. Which SQL command we have to use? Okay. That's it. So these are the 7 DDL commands, you know. Okay. Select, you know, 1 DRL command, 3 DML commands, you know. Okay. And 3 TCL commands. You know. Total 14 commands, you know, perfectly. So to give permissions to other users, grant. To cancel those permissions, we use revoke. Okay. If we want to copy the records, insert all. To apply one table changes to its replica, but these 4 commands I cover later. 14 commands we know very clearly. Okay. My intention of revising the topic is everyone has to learn perfectly. Everyone has to learn perfectly. If anyone forgot the subject without practicing, for them I'm reminding the subject. Okay, that is my intention. Everyone has to learn perfectly. That is my ask. That is why I'm asking the questions. Okay, please understand the trainer, sir. Learn these top 14 commands perfectly. Put it aside. You may be Java developer or .NET developer or Python developer or SQL developer. For any developer, this knowledge is must, sir. You must know one relational database. This is compulsory. This knowledge is compulsory. So SQL commands topic is over. Is it clear about these 14 commands, sir? Okay. I want to cover one interview question. That is, if you write like this, delete from EMP, what happens, sir? What happens here? Delete from EMP means what happens, sir? Deletes all rows. Okay, suppose I'm writing like this. Truncate table EMP I'm writing. Truncate table EMP I'm writing. What happens now? It also deletes all rows. Okay, both are deleting all rows only. Then what are the differences? Both are doing same thing. Okay, then what are the differences between delete and truncate? So this is one interview question. Do you know SQL commands are not? To test that, they ask this question. Okay, so left side I'm writing points regarding truncate. Right side I'm writing points regarding delete. Okay, almost all differences you already know. Just all points I'm writing at one place here. You tell me now. Okay, SQL is providing 5 sub-languages. Among that, truncate comes under which category? Delete comes under which category? TM. So truncate is DDL command, delete is DML command. So this is first difference. This truncate is DDL command and this delete is DML command. This is first difference. Okay. Now you tell me, for example, here, this table is there, student table is there. Okay, our EMP table is there. My requirement is, I want to delete this 7369 record. I want to delete this 7369 record. This is my requirement. So to delete this single record, can I use truncate command? Can I use truncate command, sir? No. Truncate table EMP. Can we write like this where employee number equals to 7369? Can we write like this? No. The syntax is very clear. Truncate table, table name. Syntax is very clear. Truncate table, table name. That's it. This is the syntax. Okay. If we want to delete single record, which clause is required? Where is it? Can we write where in the truncate command? Can we write where in the truncate command? No. We cannot write. If you cannot write where, how can you delete single row? Impossible. So to delete single record, can we use truncate command? No. Can we use delete command, sir? Yes. Delete from EMP where employee number equals to 7369. So using delete command, we can delete single record. But using truncate command, we cannot delete single record. Next. Suppose I want to delete all salesman records, sir. I want to delete all salesman records. This is my requirement. Salesman records I want to delete. Can I use truncate command? No. Definitely we have to use which command here? Delete command. Delete command. So what is the condition we are writing? Where job equals to salesman. Salesman like this. So the point to understand here is using delete command, we can delete single record. We can delete specific group of records. And we can delete all records also. 3 possibilities are there. But using truncate command, only one possibility, just we can delete all rows. This is the difference. So using truncate command, okay, using truncate, we cannot delete single record or specific group of records or specific group of records. Just we can delete all records. This is only purpose of truncate. If we want to delete all records, then use truncate. But using delete command, 3 possibilities are there. Using delete, okay, we can delete single record. Record means row, or specific group of records like managers records, department number 10 records, specific group of records. Or we can delete all records. 3 possibilities are there. With the delete command, 3 possibilities are there. With the truncate command, only one possibility. Just we can delete all records. That's it. We cannot delete single record. We cannot delete specific group of records using truncate. Using truncate, only we can delete all records. But using delete, we can delete single record. We can delete specific group of records. We can delete all records. Okay. Now, you tell me, can we use where clause in the truncate? Can we use where clause in the truncate? No. If we can use where clause, we can delete single record. But we cannot use where, sir. We cannot use where. That is why we cannot delete single record here. Can we use where in the delete? Yes. This is another difference. Okay. Where clause cannot be used in truncate. Okay. Where clause can be used here. Okay. Suppose here EMP table has 14 rows. I'm deleting all rows, sir. Using delete command, I'm deleting. All 14 rows deleted. No rows are there. Can we cancel this action, sir? Can we cancel this action? To cancel this action, which command we have to use? Rollback. See here, rollback. Again, we are getting the data observed. Again, we are getting the data. Here, EMP table has 14 rows. I deleted all rows. Now EMP table has no rows. I cancelled this action. Now again I got 14 rows. Can we cancel delete action? Yes. But can we cancel truncate action, sir? No. Truncate is auto commit command. After commit, can we use rollback, sir? No. Impossible. Truncate is auto commit. Here, truncate command executed means internally that truncate command plus commit command executed. It is auto commit command. After commit, how can you roll back, sir? Impossible. So it cannot be. Truncate action cannot be rolled back. We cannot cancel this action because this truncate is auto commit command. Truncate command executed means internally that truncate command plus commit command execute. Okay, whereas delete action can be rolled back. It can be rolled back. Okay. And every DML command is not auto commit command. It is not auto committed by default. That's it. Next point. In truncate and delete. In truncate and delete, which one is faster, sir? In truncate and delete, which one is faster? Truncate is faster. Our goal is this one only. If we want to delete all rows with good performance, if we want to delete all rows with good performance with auto commit, then only use it. Otherwise, it is not recommended. If we want to delete all rows with good performance with auto commit, then only go for truncate. Otherwise, it is not recommended. So in truncate and delete, which one is faster? Truncate is faster. Delete is slower. Why truncate is faster? Because truncate deletes block by block. It deletes block by block, or you can say page by page. It deletes block by block, or you can say page by page. But whereas delete deletes row by row. Delete deletes row by row. So this is the difference. Understand this point. Our Oracle data will be stored in the memory blocks, sir. Our Oracle data will be stored in the memory blocks. This is called block, or you can say page. By default, each block size is 8 KB. Each block size is 8 KB. It's a block. It's a memory block, or you can say page. Each block size is 8 KB. Okay, like this. This is another block. This is another block. Okay, this is another block. Okay, this is another block. Like this, if 8 blocks are there, so all these are blocks, sir. A block can be also called as page. Okay, default block size is 8 KB. Remember this. Okay, this is a block. This is another memory block. Okay, so like this, if 8 blocks are there, if 8 blocks are there, we call that as one extent. If 8 blocks are there, we call that as one extent. If 8 blocks are there like this, we call this as one extent. This is one extent now. So if each block, once again I'm telling, listen, this block size is 8 KB, sir. If this 8 KB memory filled, then it creates another block automatically. In that block, 8 KB will be filled. After filling that 8 KB block, it creates another memory block. In that, again, 8 KB memory will be filled like this. Like this, if 8 blocks are there, we call that as one extent. One extent size is 64 KB by default. This is one extent. So collection of blocks is called one extent. This like this, many extents will be created. This is another extent. This is another extent like this. This collection of extents is called one segment, sir. Collection of extents is called one segment. Like this, many segments will be there. This is another segment. Okay, this is another segment like this. This collection of segments is called one table space. This collection of segments is called one table space. This is called one table space here. This is table space. Our Oracle data will be stored in the table spaces. When we created C hashes batch 2PM user, on users table space, we have given permission. In the users table space, our data will be stored by default. Like that, if you want to create your own table spaces, you can create. Generally, that is the duty of DBA. DBA creates them. This is another table space. This is another table space. Our Oracle data will be stored in the table spaces. So this collection of table spaces we are calling as Oracle database. Okay, the hierarchy is very clear. Database contains table spaces. Table space contains segments. Segment contains extents. Extent contains blocks. This is the hierarchy, sir. Our Oracle database contains table spaces. Our Oracle data will be maintained in the table spaces. Table space contains segments. Segments contains extents. Extents. Extents contains blocks. Blocks can be also called as pages. This blocks contains records. That's it. This is a hierarchy. A database contains table spaces. A database contains table spaces. Table space contains segments. Segment contains extents. Extent contains blocks. Blocks contains rows. Our Oracle data will be maintained in the table spaces like this. So this is a hierarchy. Understand now? So this truncate deletes block by block. So truncate purposes deleting all rows. Truncate purposes deleting all rows. So first it clears first block, then clears second block, then clears third block. Like this, it deletes block by block. But whereas if I use delete here, delete deletes row by row, because delete can delete single record also. Delete can delete specific group of rows also. Is it manager row or not? It has to check. If manager row, delete. Is it manager row or not? It has to check. If manager row, delete. That is why delete deletes row by row. Deletes first row, then deletes second row, then deletes third row, like this. Delete deletes row by row. Whereas truncate deletes block by block. First block cleared, second block cleared, third block cleared, like this. Truncate deletes block by block. Truncate has no need to check data. Blindly clears blocks. But delete, using delete, we can delete single row also, specific group of rows also. That is why delete deletes row by row. First row it checks, deletes. Second row it checks, deletes. Delete deletes row by row. That is why it is slower. Truncate blindly deletes block by block. That is why it is faster. So if we want to delete all rows with good performance, with auto commit, if we want to delete all rows with good performance, with auto commit, then only go for truncate. Otherwise, it is not recommended. That's it, sir. So very clearly, I typed the differences between this truncate and delete in the notes. After going to the home, refer the notes and understand it. I'm giving overview on it. Truncate is DDL command, delete is DML. Using truncate, we cannot delete single record. We cannot delete specific group of records. Only one possibility, can delete all records. Using delete command, we can delete single record or specific group of records or all records. Three possibilities. Can we use where in the truncate? No. Can we use where in the delete? Yes. Can we cancel truncate action? No. Can we cancel delete action? Yes. Truncate is auto commit command. Delete is not auto commit command. In truncate and delete, which one is faster? Truncate is faster. Why truncate is faster? It deletes block by block. Delete deletes row by row. Okay, truncate deletes block by block. Like this. So these are the differences between truncate and delete. So successfully, we finished the first chapter in our course. That is SQL commands. So please be focused, sir. Please learn these 14 commands perfectly. Get grip on it. Put it aside. In the career, somewhere it is useful, sir. Okay, this knowledge is compulsory. You may be Java developer or Python developer or .NET developer or SQL developer. For any developer, this knowledge is must. Okay, please get grip on this area and put it aside. Somewhere it is useful to you. Okay, is it clear about SQL commands, sir? Okay, tomorrow we start next chapter. What is next chapter name, sir? Functions. Because of those functions already they defined, I'm calling them as built-in. Built-in, already they defined. So built-in functions. Next chapter name is built-in functions. Very, very easy, sir. Okay. Ready-made function will be there. We have to understand its syntax. Call that function. Call that function. How to call the functions, we have to learn here. It's like in Java, you're calling the methods. Here we have to learn how to call those functions. Okay. So sessions are very, very important. Don't miss them. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow. Online students, if you have any doubts, okay, Sainath, very clearly I mentioned syllabus. In the notes front page, syllabus is available. Refer that one. Yes, any doubts? Okay. If you have any doubts, type in the chat box. Otherwise, you can leave. Session is over.